Hi, I'm John from TalkToTheManager.com, and this is Chie, who's the boss at the Vernon Wells Club, where I'm filming in Kirkland, Washington. Today we're going to answer all of your questions about Talk to the Manager, so let's get started. Ready? Let's go.
How does it work?
Talk to the Manager is a really easy system. When you sign up your business through our website, we provide you with a phone number that you display at your business. Then all the customer has to do is text that number with their comments, and we forward that message to everyone on the management staff that should be receiving messages, and then any of them can respond back to that customer immediately by text and make sure that customer is satisfied. And it's anonymous both ways. Neither customers nor managers see each other's phone number since everything goes through the number that we provided.
What will my customers see?
When a customer first texts your Talk to the Manager number, they'll immediately get an auto reply by text that's customizable by you. So you can set an expectation on, when or if you will respond. And usually people just say, hey, thanks for your feedback. We'll get back to you soon. And that's usually enough. And that customer, when they get that message, it kind of sets like, okay, my message didn't just go off into the void somewhere. Like, someone is actually, receiving this, and, I might be getting a text back. But what the customer sees is not only that auto reply, but a second auto reply from Talk to the Manager that really is just consumer information about our business. It says anonymous texting service by Talk to the Manager, and then a link so that they can read an FAQ about the service so that they'll know kind of what they're getting into, and if they want to stop getting texts, they can, take action.
What do customer messages look like?
From the management side, you're going to be getting texts from the Talk to the Manager number that we provided to you. And those texts are going to look like this. So the first person to text your Talk to the Manager number will be number 1. And it'll say #1 and what they said. And then number 2 will be #2. The third person who texts you will be number 3, and so on and so on. So let's say customer number 12 texts, and you have a back and forth with them, and then 2 months later, customer number 12 texts again, they're still going to be number 12. And so you'll be able to kind of, over time, identify people who text you, frequently, and you'll be able to always identify who they are because their number is always going to be the same.
How do I reply to a customer?
Replying to a customer is really easy. All you have to do is hit reply in your texting program on your phone, and then start the message with that number. So if they're number 3, do #3. You can also do 3:, which is easier on my phone. But you always have to start with that customer number. So if it's number 12, you do #12 and then your response. When we get that at our service, we know who it's going to and who you are and what business it's for, and we can route everything right away to the right person.
If it's anonymous, how do I identify a customer?
That's a great question. If you're running a restaurant, let's say, you can't just look out at front of house and see, who's texting you at any given time, because there's tons of seats and everybody's on their phone. So who is it? So all you have to do is reply in a text to the customer and say, hey, I'd like to, compensate you with a piece of pie or, a gift certificate. Where are you seated? And then the customer can just text you back and say, oh, I'm sitting over by the window. I'm in a red sweater. And then you can go make that table touch, make sure that customer is happy. Some businesses will reply to the customer and say, show this to your server, and they will, take care of you. And so all the customer has to do is just show the text on their phone to their server, and then it's all good. And that way you don't actually have to make that table touch. You can make sure the customer has a way to, get comped in some way.
How does your pricing work? What is a location?
The pricing for Talk to the Manager is really simple. When you sign up for our service, we provide you with a phone number. And that phone number will cost $29 a month to use. If you decide to add additional locations, each location gets its own number, and then each location is $29 a month extra. So if you have 5 locations, that's going to be 5 times $29 a month. And that way we keep the pricing really simple for you. Each number is just $29 a month. That's it.
Can I have multiple locations on one account?
Yes, you can. When you sign up with Talk to the Manager, we provide you with a phone number for a single location. Then at any time, an admin on the account can go in and, let's say, add another location and then another location. And each of those locations can have its own management staff replying to messages for those locations. So yes, you can have as many locations on an account as you like. And the billing for those will all be on one billing card. So you can have, all the locations for the company on one billing card for the company.
How long does it take to set up?
You can set up your Talk to the Manager account and start getting messages very quickly, within minutes. So go to the website, you sign up, you put in your contact info, that includes your cell phone number that you'll be getting texts on. You'll put in your business information, including the area code that you want us to provide a phone number for, so it can be a local number for your business. And then 3, payment information. And we just need that payment information for when your trial ends. Right now you have a free trial. We don't charge anything at sign up. You can just try out the service. And then when your trial ends, that's when we start charging for the next month. Sign up takes probably less than 2 minutes. And then once you've completed sign up, boom, you'll get your phone number immediately. You'll see it in a nice welcome screen, and there'll be a little checklist of things to do next. And one of those things will be to add additional managers to receive messages. One of those things will be to get signage. So you can order signage from us, or you can download some free print-ready PDFs that have your phone number already on them. You can choose your style and color, and then just print them out at your office or take them to a printer to get them printed professionally. And they look really nice. And so that's really it. So you just need signage and the sign up. And then you can just start receiving messages from customers. So it's very easy, very simple to set up. There's nothing to download. There's no software to integrate. It's a piece of cake.
Do you send signage to me?
When you sign up for Talk to the Manager, we don't automatically send you signage. But what we do is offer a couple of options. So we have some print-ready PDF files that you can download in different colors and different styles. You can pick the one that works for you and the call to action on that sign that works for you. So those are ready to print. You just take them off to your printer, or you print them off in your office. And then the other option is we have table tents that you can order. And I think the minimum for those is 25 table tents, and it kind of goes up from there. So those are pre-printed. They look fantastic. Here's a picture. And so those we print for you and send to you, but you have to order those, and that's an additional charge. A lot of businesses, what they will do is just print their own signage. So they already have a relationship with a local printer that prints menus and whatnot. So they'll just order table tents or whatever kind of signage works best for them, for their business.
Do I have to be good with computers to use this?
Absolutely not. You do not need to be some tech person to use this service. If you know how to send a text and you know how to use like a web-based application like Facebook, then you're good to go. Signing up for the service is super easy. It just takes a couple of minutes. We assign a phone number for you. Customers text you, you text them back. That's pretty easy. And then when you log into the website in the dashboard, there's ways you can reply to customers from there. You can look at all the messages that people sent you, just clicking around. So there's no super technical knowledge needed. Everything's point and click.
My managers are busy and may not be able to respond to a customer immediately. How do you remedy that?
We know you're extremely busy. So when a text comes in, that customer gets an auto reply that's customizable by you. You can set your expectation on if or when someone will get back to that customer. So you can kind of go about your business and get things done and then reply on your own time. So as long as the customer knows that they may get a reply from you and they kind of have an expectation of when that might be, you can take your time and finish up what you're doing. You're running a business.
When managers go on vacation or are off duty, how can they keep from getting these messages?
It's very easy to turn off messages when you're not at the business. There's two ways to do this. One, all you have to do is text the word hold to your Talk to the Manager number for the locations that you don't want to receive messages for while you're away. That's pretty easy. You don't have to log in anywhere. You just text the word hold to your Talk to the Manager number. If you manage multiple locations and you're getting messages from multiple locations, it's probably easier just to log into the website, go to your profile, and you can set messages to be on hold from there. And then when you get back from vacation, so you can set a time within the website or when you send that hold message. So you can say the word hold just to boop, put everything on hold. Or you can also say hold and then like 7 days or hold 24 hours. That's what you can do by sending a text. And then when that time expires, you'll start getting new messages as they come in. And then anything you missed while you were away, you got to log into the website and kind of review. As far as setting kind of like a, I'll be back on the 30th kind of thing, it's best to go into the website and just go into edit your profile and say, when you put those messages on hold, you can set a date and time when you want to start getting messages again. So you have two options there. Let's recap. One, you can text the word hold just to boop, put everything on hold. That's it. Or you can text the word hold and 7 days, hold 24 hours. And then once that time expires, you'll start getting new messages. Or if you want to set an exact date, time that you will return, you can log into the website and do that and it will cover all locations. Hope that's pretty clear. Try to keep it simple.
What if a customer is sending annoying texts? What about text spam?
When we first started building this service, we knew that there's always going to be some, stupid kid that just starts texting junk. So we made it really easy to block that person so they just don't annoy you all night long. So all you have to do, let's say it's customer number 14. So customer 14 is sending all this junk to you. So all you have to do is text to your Talk to the Manager number, block space #14. And then that blocks number 14. If it's number 257, do block space #257 and they're blocked. You can unblock them if you're like, well, oh, that was my cousin, he was just being a knucklehead. Then you can unblock that person later by doing unblock and then their customer number. You can also block and unblock customers from within the dashboard. If you just go into their customer page, you can block and unblock from there. Oh, and they won't know they're being blocked. So when you block them, they will know nothing of it. And they can just keep texting you. And all those will be logged, but they won't bother you and they won't come as text messages. You're basically ignoring them. But they will think that they're getting the best of you, but their texts are not going read. And then once, if you do need to review those and review what somebody sent to you, that's all logged. But by default, we hide any messages from blocked customers just because, why look at that? And then you can just do a simple checkbox to see those if you want to review that.
Can I receive customer messages by email instead of text message?
Yes, you can. So let's say you'd rather get these by email than text. Just log into the dashboard, go to your profile and edit your profile, and then just check the boxes that work for you. You can get messages by text or email or both, or if you are just somebody doing billing for the company and you don't need to be getting texts at all, or replying to customers at all, just uncheck both of those boxes and you're good to go.
Are there limits on texts?
We don't set limits on texts that you can send or receive with customers. So text as much as you want, get as many texts as you want from customers, and it's all covered under the $29 a month per location pricing. The only caveat that I would put on that is if you're doing a very large event like a baseball game or something where you're going to have hundreds of people texting you in a given day, then you'll probably run into problems where the carriers will actually block your phone number. So for huge events like that, get in touch with us and then we can work out getting you a short code for your account. A short code is the 5 to 6 digit number, the little short number that you see all over the place that people text. And we can set that up for you. It's a larger additional cost, but it's meant for huge events or nationwide texting, like voting on American Idol, that kind of stuff. So if you need something like that kind of solution, get in touch with us and we can set it up for you.
Can I use one number for multiple locations?
Technically, yes, you can. You could have 10 different locations all using the same phone number, but you're going to quickly run into 2 problems. 1, whenever a customer texts, you're going to have to text them back and ask, where are you? What location are you at? And that's a weird customer experience. And you're going to have to do it every time someone texts. The other problem is the messages for one location are going to be sent to every manager at every location that's using that same phone number. So you're going to end up with, location A is going to get a message from a customer, but since location Z is using that same phone number, the managers at Z are going to be getting those messages, and it's just everybody's going to get messages for every location, and it's just going to be a big mess. So we recommend save yourself a huge headache and just get an additional number for each location. It's definitely worth the cost of $29. And then each location can have its own set of managers receiving messages for those locations. You don't have to ask customers what location they're at, and managers don't have to worry about getting messages from places where they've never managed.
Do you support multiple managers receiving messages?
Yes, we do. You can have as many managers as you like receiving messages at one location. So text comes in from a customer, that gets broadcast to all the managers at that location, and any of them can respond back to that customer. So let's say you have Mary, Joe, and Steve, all receiving messages for one location. A message comes in, it goes to Mary, Joe, and Steve, all good. Now let's say Mary is quick on the draw. So she texts back, hey, thanks for letting us know about whatever the issue was. And then that message not only goes back to the customer, but also gets routed to Joe and Steve. And they'll see Mary to whatever the customer number 14. And then they'll see, okay, Mary to customer 14. And here's the message that she said to customer 14. So they can know it's handled. Everybody stays in the loop. So if you've got owners, general managers, management during the day, management at night, like everybody can stay in the loop with the customers and know what was said to everyone.
I don't run a restaurant. Will this still work for my business?
Yes, it most likely will. As you can see from this list, we have so many different kinds of businesses using our service. The majority are restaurants, but we also have dry cleaners, dentists, doctors' offices, casinos, cafes. I mean, it's kind of all over the place. So give us a try. I think you'll really like it.
Will I get complaints all the time?
No, you won't. In fact, 75% of the messages received through Talk to the Manager are actually positive. And we know that because we run a computerized algorithm on every message that comes in so that we can tell which were positive, which were negative, and you can actually see that in the dashboard when you log in, and you can see how many of your messages are positive, how many are negative. But yeah, the majority are positive, 75%.
How many messages can I expect per day?
Now the answer to that question is going to vary. And it varies because some businesses will promote the number heavily and some will promote it very little. The businesses that promote their Talk to the Manager number just a little bit won't see very many messages at all. So let's say you have a restaurant, and it's kind of restaurant where you pay at the end of the meal and you pay up front. If you have just like a little table tent next to the register, it's not going to get that many texts because people are texting. If they text, they'll be texting when they're leaving, when they've already paid. And so if there was an issue during the service, then it's already happened. They're already leaving. So, you may or may not get that text if, let's say, someone was dissatisfied. However, if you have, again, in terms of a restaurant, if you have table tents on every table or something in the guest check presenter like a sticker or a card that has that call to action to text, then you're going to see a lot more text that way because people are able to receive that information about that number earlier on. So even in the guest check presenter, it's better than doing it at some pay terminal next to the door because at least they're still at the table. They still have time to kind of really think about what they're going to say. You're going to just get so many more texts the more you promote it. Just like if you're promoting your happy hour menu or your drink specials or your food specials, you're going to get more engagement with those if you really promote it. And Talk to the Manager is no different. So get your staff involved, make sure that number's out there. Have staff tell people that they can text the management at any time. You're really just going to get, you're not going to get overwhelmed. I mean, most managers we've talked to over the last 3 years, they don't get overwhelmed. They get a good amount and that they're satisfied with, but they're not, their phone isn't buzzing every 2 seconds from customers. We don't see that kind of volume.
We have a call center that will handle these messages. Can we use your service to offset our costs?
You bet. We've dealt with clients that basically don't want anyone getting texts. They don't want anybody getting emails. They only want their customer service people to be receiving and responding to messages through the dashboard. And we totally support that. So if you're dealing with a lot of different numbers, a lot of different locations, you've got a bunch of people manning the dashboard to handle that, we support it. You can see every message. You can see messages as they come into locations. You can see messages as they come in kind of the message view for a single customer. So you can see the messages, respond to customers right from there, just text your response or type in your response, and then we'll shoot a text back to that customer with that response. It works behind the scenes just as it would be as if you were sending and receiving texts from your cell phone. The customer doesn't see anything different there, and it's a pretty simple way to offset phone costs so you don't have to deal with really expensive phone calls, and you can offset your costs by using our service the same price everybody else pays.
Do you have to sign a contract?
No, there's no contracts involved. The pricing is very simple, just $29 a month per location. You pay month to month, and you can cancel anytime just by logging into the dashboard, going to the billing section, and hitting close account. So you don't even have to get in contact with us if you ever want to cancel. So like I said, just billing month to month, piece of cake.
How does billing work?
Billing with TalkToTheManager is really easy. You're only billed $29 a month per location, and your card is charged on the same day every month. So let's say you're billed on the 17th. Every month on the 17th, that's when we'll charge your card. And it's $29 a month per location. So if you have 5 locations, that's $145 at $29 a month for each. You can cancel anytime just by logging into the website and clicking in the billing section, clicking close account. So it's very simple, just month-to-month billing, cancel anytime. But we know you'll love the service and you're going to stick around a long time.
We have many locations. Can we get a discount?
If you have multiple locations and you're looking for a discount, email us at sales@talktothemanager.com or call this phone number and chat with us.
Can you invoice me?
Sure. If your organization requires an invoice, we can do that on a monthly or semi-annual basis. Just give us a call at this number or email sales@talktothemanager.com and we can change your account to be invoiced.
How is this different from Yelp?
The good news is we're nothing like Yelp. Yelp is a public review site where anyone can log on, post pretty much whatever they want about different businesses. TalkToTheManager, on the other hand, is completely private. So customers send a text, we route that text, that private feedback to management, and managers can respond to that customer in real time, fix issues, and it's all done privately. None of the customer conversations go public, so you can fix things privately. And if you do want to share something like good feedback from a customer, you can use our social sharing function. So if you go into customer message view, next to each message, there's a share button. So you can share on Facebook or Twitter. And we put that into a nice image like this one and post that either to your Facebook wall as a photo, or we can post that to Twitter. And the images show up in either place. So it's very eye-catching. It's very nice. It's a nice way to highlight the nice things your customers are saying about you.
How long have you been in business?
We launched TalkToTheManager in March of 2012. So as of this recording, it's been about 3.5 years. We've got tons of customers all over the country and Canada, and we get more customers every day. So sign up, give us a try. We have a free trial. No risk, you can cancel anytime, it's billed month to month, so give us a go. I think you're really going to like our service. Our customers love it, and our oldest customer, our first customer, has been around since the beginning, and they're still a customer all these years later. I think you're really going to love our service. Give us a try.